Good people, fresh day. Very, very early hours of the day. Wherever you're watching this video from, whether you're watching from America, Africa, Asia, Australia, whichever area. I want to say it's a fresh day, fresh opportunity, fresh goodness. So, um, so today I'm going to strictly dive into the insight for today. Today, I'm going to dive into something that is very, very important that we must understand when it comes to the livelihood, when it comes to where the world is going, when it comes to what it is becoming about this world. Okay, so first of all, before I begin to review certain things and give certain spiritual direction or prophetic direction or the foresight, I want you to understand that you're not born by accident. You are not brought forth by accident. You are not in the nation where you are by accident, but you are there to manifest a certain assignment, to manifest a certain glory that the heavens have for you. So you are not in that family by accident. You're not located in that nation by accident. You're not located um, in that name by accident. Whatever level of your life that you are in, whether you are low class, middle class, or high class, there is a change that you are sent forth. There is a need that you need to attend to. There is uh, a manifestation that you must be able to bring forth or to fulfill. So, friends, I want you to understand that throughout the centuries, throughout the history of this world, the history of these nations, the history of communities, I want you to understand that there has been always a, a fight. There has been always a rule. There has been always who wants to be super, who wants to be super power, super intelligence, super technical, super um, privileged. Okay, so throughout the history, starting from the BCs, going to the ABs, and coming to in our times, there has been the rising and the fall of uh, the super nations. I call them the super nations, or the rulers of the world, or the ahead of civilization, ahead of ABC and ABC. Now, today, what I want you to know is that um, we are a different people, we are a different culture. We are supposed to express our uniqueness. We're supposed to express our gifts. We're supposed to express our strengths. Every nation has got strengths, every tribe has got strengths and weaknesses. Every individual has got strengths and weaknesses. So, where your weaknesses are, the other one is strength. You're supposed to work together, collaborate, and bring forth something that will perfect the both of you. But this has not been how this world has been moving. Okay, this has not been how the economies of this world has been moving. This is not how the politics of this world has been moving. This has not been how the cultures has been moving. It has been about the hegemons. It has been about tyrants. It has been about um, dictatorship. It has been about democracy in words, but what you can see is actually the selfish of men. It has been about the bureaucracy, you see. So when you look at how this world is right now, I want you first to understand in this insight, or in this um, uh, session, that um, everything that you see, they have an order, they have the topmost authority. Though originally by God, it was not meant to be so. Okay, you may ask a question, you say, but why are you saying that um, God did not design, or did not intend to have um, a super nation, lower, and the mediocre. It's, you see it in the book of Genesis, chapter number 11, the Tower of Babel, when the people came together to build an economy, to build something that is going to be very high, something that is going to something that is going to suggest the super human, the super infrastructure, the super economical infrastructure, um, the super construction that will bring praise to men, that will bring um, some men to be hegemon, some men to be greater than others. You see in the book of Genesis, chapter 11, you see God coming down and bringing the incense, bringing the incense of diversity of tribes, just to divide us and to balance us, to, to put a limitation to our self-destruction of super what. So what did he do? There was no wrong in what's this, in the civilization, in construction, in building that infrastructure, but they said something when they were building that infrastructure as a global village, as a global entity, together united. The problem in that issue was that they said, let us make a name for ourselves. Okay, let us be the super. Okay, I believe in those days there was leadership. Okay, there was leadership. Again, where you see from the preamble of this nation, of the preamble of the globe, or the preamble of this world, you see the issue of Abel, and you see the issue of Abel and Cain, where the brother wants to be number one, okay, wants to be super than the other one. So when they presented fairly the offering, and God showed more favoritism to the other one, there was the killing of each other. Okay, now from these two people who first started this conflict, and nations and sons and priests came out of them, architecturers and talented men came out of them, you see something that begins to happen. Okay, you see that it was generational. Okay, so throughout the history, you see also in the generation of Noah, you begin to see about uh, the you begin to see the hybrid. You begin to see half superhuman, the superhuman, half the angelic, and half human. Okay, so when you look at the history of the world where we are coming from, even from the historian, you begin to see the rise of kingdoms, the superpowers. You begin to hear of Egypt being one of the uh, greatest civilization. You see in the Asians there, you see the coming up also of civilization. So it has been one kingdom up, one kingdom down, one kingdom up, one kingdom down, one nation up, one nation down. Okay. Now, this foundation is what we see triggering conflict even at family level, is what we see triggering conflicts even at national level, civil wars, is what we see also triggering, what's this, triggering wars at international level. Okay, when you talk of the Ukraine war, and Russia, when you talk of Israel, Palestinians, Israel, Lebanon, Israel, again, Iran, the conflicts that are there, okay, these wars that are happening, it is all about the hegemon. It's all about who is the head, who is greater, who is better, okay, who shall have an upper hand over the resources, over the technology, who is doing all these things and all these things. And we see them even at the personal life. Okay, now outlining these things, I want to bring some insight, okay, how you can strategically in 2025 utilize, okay, leverage from the environment that you are located in to catapult yourself um, to be a person who is ahead, a person that is successful, that sets goals according to um, the environment, the global environment, according to the economical environment. Okay, now what you need to understand about also the environment is that they're classified. They are poor nations, they are middle income nations, and they are high income nations. So they are lower income nation, low medium income nations, okay, and high income nation. If you want, you can classify and say low income economies, middle income economies according to the World Bank and the IMF, and the high income economies, or you can say developing economies, and also you can talk about developed. Okay, so these are classified. But what is so surprising about this categorizing, or this categorizing, or this which is happening, is that you find that it affects our daily life, okay, in terms of the policies, in terms of the opportunities, opportunities in the line of healthy, opportunities in the line of food securities, opportunities in the line of economies, opportunities in the line of businesses, opportunities in the line of employment. So basically, when you go to a low income economy, you are going to find joblessness. When you go in a middle income economy, you find that there is a balance between lack of employment and employment. Then the high income, you find that they are jobs with quality. Even when they are saying they are not jobs, they mean jobs that are high paying. Okay. Now, this is how it has been systematically put. Other nations feeding on other nations. Okay. And other nations really being more like puppets. Okay. Okay. But today I'm not talking about that. But in this time, that I want you to understand is that there is an order. There are orders. Okay. Okay, there's in the day of Babylon, there was an order. In the day of in the days of the Egyptians, Abraham days, there was an order. There were other nations that were stronger than others. Even today, we are living in the order of the hegemony of the United States. And at the present time where we are in now, um, this is why you see the conflicts, the civil war, and all these things. Okay, where now it's a cold war, where you see trade wars, where you see tech wars that are happening. But you see, it is also a beautiful time to live in. Okay, now we are not surprised when these things are happening to us. We are not surprised because in Matthew 25, Jesus clearly tells us, He says, "You will hear of wars. Kingdoms will rise against kingdoms." Okay. But these shall be the signs of the coming of the end, not the final, but the coming of the end. So we are understanding with the intelligence, supernatural intelligence, that these things are going to happen. But one thing is this: where there are problems, there are also solutions. So in this season of 2025, these are things we are going to hear wars. You're going to hear this, you're going to hear that, and these are the things I've prophesied, or things I've talked about, in the universities, in the sessions that we are prayer sessions, and where we meet with about over 100 people groups. We pray for the nations. We fast. We give over the nation. We stand in the Melchizedek order to pray for the nations, to apply wisdom, to counsel the people, how they will move. Businessmen, lawmakers, policymakers, we all gather and I share these wisdoms, which I'm bringing also to you here. So if you want to be part of that group, there's a number there in the description box. You can give me a message. You can join this group, whichever nation where you are from, whichever country where you are from. We can stand together and harmonize the environment and call for the justice of God and the righteousness of God. So there is this order, the order of nations. There is this order that is there against the other order. Okay. Now, when you hear, some of you are aware of the BRICS. The BRICS simply means Brazil, Russia, India, and China, South Africa. Okay, the BRICS. That's also an order that is trying to arise, okay, against the order of the superpowers that are there already, the which we call the G7. Okay, if you like, you can call them the G7. Okay, now this will be tension, but amongst this tension, there will be opportunities for business people, because as these nations will be rushing for relevance, rushing for their visibility, rushing for mineral resource, there is going to be opportunities. Okay, there is going to be others in try. You are going to see others in trying to prevent their currencies. Okay, Others are trying to put policies in those, I would call them organizational orders that are trying to override the other one. You're going to see them in trying to in trying to prevent or protect their current dominance. You see them turning down on policies. Though the incoming president of the United States, Donald Trump, you see him talking about or threatening other nations that he will increase the tariffs. But with the coming in of other joint order, the BRICS nation, you will see that they will be even them, the level at which they were operating of pride and trying to do things careless and do this and this, you're going to see them turning down to a place of opening up to other economies, wanting to be the hero to help out. So if you're in a country, look out for opportunities in 2025. Look out for doors. Okay, if you're in the area of agriculture like myself, in the business world like myself, if you are also in the maybe education sector, maybe you are in the banking sector, whichever sector you are in, you have to pay attention above the wrangles, above the wars, above all these things. Open your eyes to opportunities, because as there will be wars, as prices will go up, as economies will be in recessions, as the viruses will be received, there will be also opportunities that will be more positive than the negative. Okay, it will be about how you are taking it, it will be about how you see it, it will be about how you position yourself. Okay, in doing so, like in the African nation, you'll be able to see also new investors coming in, companies trying to bring their visibility here, there, because you can see China there rushing to Africa. You can see there also Russia trying to make partnership. You can see the United States there increasing their loans and or their grants, trying to also to be visible. These are things you'll be able to see. As a farmer, how do you position yourself? Position yourself, open your eyes to opportunity. As a banker, open your eyes to opportunities. As a businessman, open your eyes to opportunities. Even as we pray that these wars should come to an end. Okay, so this is the first part about the world order. I've just done a quick review for you in this video, but I'll be able to, as we go down the year, I'll be able to come in specifically and tackle certain areas and analyze certain things. Okay, and I'll be able to bring the prophetic evidence, the predictions I'll be able to do in our prayer group, in our fellowship groups, with other Christians, that they have testified, they have confirmed that what you predicted, or not really predicted, what you spoke about, even the wisdom you gave us, we can really see the nation going this direction, can see the globe going this direction. This is what I want to see upon us, to be aware of what happens and to position ourselves wisely. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe. Remember to follow on our Facebook channel on Chinesha Simble Lifestyle. So this is one of the things that I'll be doing, bringing the insights, talks that brings change, talks that enlighten us. Thank you for the time. Thank you for the good moment I've had with you. Bye-bye. See you in the next video.